Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. A lot of politicians have been very skeptical with the issue of agitation, especially when it comes to the governors in southern part of Nigeria. Um, but right now, they have realized that things are no longer the way it used to be. This is no longer business as usual, and they decide to air their view. In fact, they're actually calling out agitators, the likes of Nnamdi Kanu, with the fact that Nigeria is going through a lot, and this is what he's telling Nnamdi Kanu and his team to do, okay, so that peace will reign. Before we go into the newspaper to find out exactly what the governors are saying concerning this matter, I would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You will see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, the governor of Ekiti State, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, has appealed to secession agitators in the country to consider the enormous benefit from a united Nigeria. According to Fayemi, who is the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum (NGF), restructuring remains the best option for Nigerians, saying dialogue remains a major pathway to peace and progress. Speaking as a guest lecturer at the combined 9th and 10th Combined Zik Lecture Series at the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Anambra State, Fayemi asked the indigenous people of Biafra (IPOB) led by Nnamdi Kanu and Yoruba Nation led by Sunday Adeyemo to focus on restructuring. I quote him, "If separation and secession are not as easy or simple as their proponents imagine, and given that they do not provide any guarantees that a better future can be secured through them, the demands for a national restructuring would seem to me to be worth keeping on the table for deeper consideration," he said. It is quite a deep one. Oh. Okay, well, let's hamper on what he said. There's a lot of things he said, but let's look at exactly this on the issue of restructuring. He had an open-ended question. Please hear us out. Be objective in your analysis. I'll try as much as I can to also look at it with a plain mind. Now, he said openly, there's restructuring on the table. If you had to choose between restructuring and secession to leave the country, he said, what is the possibility? What is the probability that when you leave, you get your own country, Yoruba Nation now, as Adeyemo, Sunday Adeyemo, aka Sunday Igboho is saying, and Biafra Republic or Biafra Republic as Biafra Nation rather, as Nnamdi Kanu has been advocating for, and the likes of Wazurike and the rest. Now, what is the possibility, objectively, please, that Biafra will give better standing, better everything than a restructured Nigeria, carrying this as a factor, that in a restructured Nigeria, you are just United Nations in one nation, United Nations ethnic groups recognizing each ethnic city as a nation in one nation called Nigeria. You have full access to your mineral resources. You have full access. In fact, the regional states or the state government is far stronger than the central government, which is the federal government. You have full 100% access to your mineral resources. You don't share, but there's just a percentage you give to the federal government. You have, they already on ground basic amenities and all that, and you also have full access to security that the federal government will be giving. But your state policing will be stronger than them. Then you can actually make indigenous policy that will favor your indigene, okay, so that whatever happens in other states or regions is not important, but whatever you say, your national assembly or rather your state assembly becomes even more powerful than the national assembly, where whatever they say within the state is law and binding, which means now it is not dependent on the people to vote the right persons in that will transform their region, their state, to one Dubai, to one America, to one Europe, or to one London, as the case may be. But he's now saying that we could actually take that gamble of being restructured as a nation, as a people, and get the best hands from our regions, from our states to govern us, wearing their think tank, cap, brainstorming to get the best hand to take the state to the next level. Or you get your Biafra, you get your Yoruba nation, but what is the possibility that after getting it, that you're going to get the best hands that will rule? You're going to get the best hands that would, give you what you're looking for. So a lot of people have been talking. Are you saying that if you are going to get that Biafra, what's the possibility that, the people that will rule will not be worse than the people who ruled you in Nigeria? Okay, what's the possibility that there will not be issuance of people still fighting one among themselves? Okay, we've got Biafra now. It should be Ipob that should actually start looking at. Already, the Nnamdi Kanu says he's not interested in the issue of presidency. But some people may say, okay, but some people have paid the price. They should actually be the one to be chief of defense staff. Waziriki may come in his own and say, no. Before Nnamdi came into the scene, before Nnamdi Kanu came into the scene, I've been agitating for Biafra. So there should be people from myself should be heading the hems of affairs. Before there may be internal issues. And these are the things Governor Fayemi is trying to point out. So together we stand. Yes, we have issues, but other Nigerians are also, because I've gone through the comment section, a whole lot of them are saying about the same thing, that look, the issue of security is so deep that if they stay together as one nation, the likes of ISWAP, Boko Haram, herdsmen, they will infiltrate. They've infiltrated so many places. There was the possibility that when we are staying as united Nigeria, they will not still infiltrate into the other regions and try to take over. Then my question too is this: if you're saying that, there was also the possibility that when you get your Biafra, this same IWAP and the rest will not come in and surround the region and want to take over this nation, because now it will not be, you can't compare Biafra nation as in quantity, in size, in landmass, and people to the whole of Nigeria. So what's the possibility that it will not even be easier for these guys in external forces, insurgents, to come in and even take over both Yoruba nation that is separated as a nation, or even to also infiltrate Biafra that's also a nation? So he's now looking at, can't we restructure where we can combine our forces such that if there's any issue going on in the southwest or southeast, the Nigerian army can together unanimously join forces with the local police and fight out the insurgent. Now the Nigerian army will have one strong role, which is to protect the territory of the Nigerian people. A lot of persons have been saying on the comment section that, but there have been places of compromise here, and there was a possibility that they will be protected and not, be fought against. So a lot of dynamics, but let's brainstorm, removing sentiment. Let's assume there's equity and justice, fairness and unity. Would we still prefer one Nigeria? Or honestly, you guys are just tired, you want your Biafra? Let's interact. Please don't hate words, just in objective manner, because Fayemi just chose restructuring and is saying that he's pleading with both Yoruba Nation agitator and Biafra to look into restructuring,